Looks like the booze got the better of them. What's that?
So, I'm shooting arrows at this dwarf. It's great.
Booyah!
So I start creeping round.
Yeah.
And I run up to the guy and think, try healing this.
You kill him?
Sing the saucy one about the bugbear and the ogre. And the bard tastes better than he sings.
With fragulous crown and with scepter of raid, Ragslin, short work of the innkeeper made. The inn burnt to ash. The captives were many. Goblin kind had reduced them to cowering filthenny. So raise it, your goblets, and drain them with pride. Draw Ragslin, the true soul, had let you glide.
The dead gods only know where these roaches stowed Halcyon. Keep your nose to the ground, and I reckon we'll get a whiff. We've got the matter well in hand. And if we make too big a splash, well, goblins are used to a ruckus or two.
Oh, we're still just a babe. It don't feel right messing with it is all.
Oh, shut it! What kind of coward won't even chase a baby? We play what?
Sing the saucy one about the bugbear and the ogre. I don't fancy chasing this thing. It looks right peeved. Has it even a bum?
Don't this stupid human know any other chicken donut songs? Let's just bloody play. That might be worth a look.
Too fat.
On my way. I won't have a word.
Or be you beheaded.
Keep that bird away from the merchandise.
Laugh if you dare, recoil if you must.
But it's acid.
Selena. As if mingling with a horde of goblins wasn't bad enough. Let's do what we have to do, then get out of here.
Aye, so much fun that those thieves almost got past.
Quite the understatement, but yes. Let's not linger in this place any more than necessary.
We'll know who sent them.
Aye, might be we'll pay him a visit in return. That'll be some... Oi! Ain't no party in here! We're doing the Absolute's work! State your business, now!
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
You one of those moonrise types, then? Your kind usually don't deal with Boss Ragslin and Priestess Gut. Guessing you're after Minfara. Could be her blood by the looks of you. Audience is right. She's an uppity one and no mistake, but she knows her business. She's in telling the war chiefs what's what. Next raid's gonna be a big un, I hear. Bloody racket.
Oh, come on now. They're just having a bit of fun.
Aye, so much fun that those thieves almost got past.
We got them now, eh? And once the whelp starts singing, we'll know who sent them.
I only hear her through you, priestess.
That's because
Smells like burnt
she
flesh in
chose me. You're not worthy yet.
At least give me a sword!
We want you dead, you dumb knuckle. Not dead and heroic. Get down there and stop complaining!
Fuck off.
A scrying eye. Best not do anything suspicious while it's watching.
Already failed me once. And now you dare to question.
I didn't mean nothing by it, your ladyship. Honest, I didn't.
Life, much like your words, is meaningless whelp. End the latter to save the former.
The village to the east. It's abandoned.
Looks that way. But scouts said they heard something moving.
I do not have time for interruptions from underlings.
As she turns to you, her thoughts mingle with yours. A cold hand caressing your brain. The chamber melts away to reveal a dark, endless nowhere. In it you see a vision. The drow listens as a pale-eyed young woman whispers in her ear. One of those the voice spoke of. One of the chosen. The vision fades away.
A true soul. Do not think that means we are equals, Jalok. Are you here to join my hunt? Interesting. What do you know of this druid?
There is no power except for the absolute. If you are sick, speak to the goblin's priestess. She too is a true soul.
I have not seen this druid.
dead, but he harbors worshippers of a false god in a hidden grove nearby. I intend to find it and destroy it. There is a weapon the Absolute seeks. I'm sure those wretches have it hidden away there. We will find it amongst the dead and the ashes.
Her excitement is palpable. She lingers on thoughts of victory, of unbelievers' blood spilled, and of the weapon. She will seize it, in the Absolute's name. You feel Shadowheart's anxiety. The weapon the Absolute seeks, it's the artifact that she carries. The same one that protected you as you entered the goblin camp. Her mind races. The cultists cannot discover that the weapon they seek is within their grasp. She is seeking the grove you visited. Already you feel her mind closing around yours.
My patience wears thin, true soul. The hunt must begin.
Destroying it will demonstrate our power. Soon, all false gods will cower before the Absolute.
You would dare. The darkness will take you, Iblis.
I'll stop following you, eh? How'd you like that?
Ruore!
Venium viam!
Ignis!
Looking at any of us for is what I'm saying. We're all on the same side. Although we're gonna set the true soul on fire. They're drow. They're stuck-ups. Ignore 'em. And be happy they didn't throw you to the spine.
Flagra!
Ti è chiaro.
Take you. focused.
Take your...
What do they need to be looking at any of us for, is what I'm saying? We're all on the same side. Although we're gonna set the true soul on fire. They're stuck-ups. Ignore them. And be happy they didn't throw you to the spider's pit. Orders were to stand by here. No booze, no sneaking.
You're boring.
What should I do?
Take your...
What are they delayed? Can't we just swarm the forest?
Drow wants to know exactly where those adventurers came from. What are they doing? Hiding in trees? We'll see about no.
Intended!
And be happy they didn't throw you to the spider's pit.
If everyone else minds their business, I'll be fine. I just want...
take you.
Can't give up.
That's her fin.
Well met. I am a magical projection of Gale of Waterdeep, and if you see this manifestation, that means I have prematurely perished. However, for reasons that cannot be disclosed, it is of vital importance that my death be remedied at your earliest convenience. You may rest assured that I do not speak out of self-preservation alone. Many lives depend on my return to the living within the span of 2 days. I trust I've made myself clear. That will be covered by the "for reasons that cannot be disclosed" clause, so let's move on. I have upon my deceased person a magical item that can accomplish my return. But such is the value and rarity that it is protected by a multi-layered security protocol. I will now explain the protocol. Step 1 is to retrieve from my person a pouch I wear over my heart. Next, you must unthread the purple seam that seals it in a counterclockwise fashion. Do not touch any other colored strand. Inside the pouch you will find a folded letter and a tiny flute. Unfold the letter and note the markings in the top and bottom corners. These are the notes you will need to play. Starting from the bottom right, play the notes in correct order, clockwise this time. Upon completion of the tune, a magma method will appear, which will pose the following question. Iskcha Chisnaga. This is Ignan for "What is my name?" The answer is Kasi Trak Ash. Pronounce the name correctly, and the method will breathe on the letter. Stay clear, because the little scamp can melt metal. Words will now appear on the letter's surface, effectively turning the letter into a scroll of true resurrection. Use it to bring me back to life. I think ingenious is the word you're looking for. Now, repeat my instructions back to me, please. I'm not trying to try your patience. I simply need to be absolutely certain you understand. Have it your way. I can only hope your memory stretches further than your patience. Best of luck with the protocol. May my cold, dead hands soon be refilled with the warmth of life so they can shake yours in gratitude.
Let's get on with it.
Moving in.
Secure.
I can hardly wrap my head around what we've just heard. Let's list up the facts, shall we? There are other people here with tadpoles in their heads. These people don't realize they have tadpoles in their heads. They can hear the tadpoles speak to them, and they think it's a new god. I don't know about you, but to me, none of this makes any logical sense. And yet, I suspect something intelligent behind it all. Some carefully nurtured scheme. But let's not lose sight of what we've learned here. What joins us and what separates us from these true souls. They hear a voice we do not hear. A voice that binds them in servitude. As long as we're possessed of our own free will, I venture to say there's hope for us yet.
My word, you did it! Oh, it's good to be alive. My hands are still cold, so that handshake will have to wait, but in the meantime, thank you.
Yes. I was afraid you'd say that. Only fair to warn you I've precious few answers to spare. I apologize if that sounds thankless. It's just that some secrets simply cannot be revealed. I suppose that after all you've done for me, I should be at least a little bit forthcoming. Tell you what, I will answer one question that you may have, to the best of my ability, if I can. Because it was the truth, and the truth is a great motivator. I am dangerous. Not because I want to be, but because of an error I made in the past. It makes me dangerous, even in death. You brought me back to life, and for that I am in your debt. But we're surrounded by danger. It could happen again. If it does,
Bring me back again. You must. For the sake of many.
Something's wrong. I feel... What the... Darkness, protect me. No! I'm fine. Forget it. I don't know.
Uncertainty. Fear. Shadowheart genuinely doesn't know what just happened, but she's afraid of it.
Thank you. But I'm sure it was nothing. I just need a little space.
Fate spin. Dost thou require a resurrect? Then thou must return with the... Well counted. By doom and dusk I strike thy name from the archives. Rise. Fate spins along as it should, although thou dost not seem to be in need of my services.
Always makes my day better.
Ah, there you are. How did you enjoy my deer stew this evening? It's an old family recipe. Good. I tend to season it with spices from Karatur, but given what's available to us, good old Rosemary had to see us through. Not that I mean to regale you with my culinary exploits. There's actually something quite different I'd like to discuss. Indirectly, yes. We've been traveling together for a while now. And during those travels, I've been observing you. I want you to know that I like what I see. The way you got Korga to release the girl. The way you followed the protocol and brought me back to life. In short, I've grown to trust you. Now I need you to place your trust in me. Our journey together is bound to last a while still. As such, I feel compelled to speak. I say this because there's something I desperately need. But while I'll tell you what that something is, I won't tell you why. I have to ask you to agree to this before carrying on this conversation.
afraid that's not going to work on me. Look, let's agree on actions first, and explanations later. Yes? Thank you. I see I did well to trust you. Now, to the matter at hand. You see, I have a condition. A condition different from the tadpole, but just as deadly.
The only way to appease said condition is for me to take powerful magical artifacts and absorb the weave inside.
It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, before we were abducted. It is time, and by that I mean it's imperative, that I find and consume powerful strands of weave at the earliest possible juncture. Catastrophe? We all have our eccentricities. Ours are just more eccentric than most.
As a matter of fact, you should feel lucky to be traveling with men of taste.
We've already done the finding.
Shah's blessings upon you. Quite the understatement, but yes, I have it. And I'll guard it with my life. Then so be it. I did my duty. As for the artifact, it's powerful, and has a mind of its own sometimes. You'd better hope you're up to bearing it. Don't forget what it was like when you heard the voice. It'll only get worse if you don't have the artifact to protect you. It's called faith. Duty. It doesn't have to add up to me as long as I serve. I'm part of a bigger plan. One that will be revealed in time.